Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and that's Shy, and we are here to watch more Made in Abyss, where, well, the horror just never ends, does it?
Thankfully not.
And
Seems
neither
like
do
now
the
we're gonna
comments.
get some fight scenes, though.
Oh yeah, here we go. Let's go back to DBC fights like in the movie.
That's why we're watching Made in Abyss, right? For the shonen parts.
Absolutely. I can't imagine any other reason you would watch this show.
At least they're tastefully peppered in when narratively appropriate summertime rendering.
Mm-hmm.
What?
So, speaking of comments, though, we have Mako Watosek. Also, the graves in Nanachi's backyards are overgrown, and not just a little, and not just some of them, so it seems that they lived there for a long time indeed. Nanachi might very well be already technically adult, for all we know. Oh, that's a fair point. It's not like we know what Bone Druid's age is either.
74.
Well, I mean, Bone Druid
I don't actually know that.
Bone Druid technically lives most of his life down in the Abyss at different levels, and we've already established that there's like a time dilation. So, you know, figuring out Bone Druid's age is like figuring out the age of an astronaut as he approaches light speed.
Oh gosh, yeah. And not to mention that there's multiple parts of him too. So wait, which part is aging?
Well, I think we would just work.
We'll never know.
I just assume we'd work on the consciousness.
Fair enough. Remtia crowing. As he said, the symptoms stopped when he used the living ones. The dead ones are still a source of food, but only the living ones got the healing effect. So to help everyone, he needs to use the living ones. That's a decision I wouldn't want to make. So he's speaking of Wakuzen, with the children in the kitchen with the knife.
Hold on, that was good.
That's what it says on my clue board here.
Yeah, Made in Abyss clue.
Hold up, I wasn't ready for that. That was actually really good.
Nanachi in the Golden City with the laser beam.
No, that would be Reg.
Oh, that's what she wants you to think. Alright. But yeah, I think, the fact that it has to be more and more cruel than narrative is certainly a choice by the writer right there. But it definitely makes everyone increasingly crazy. Dana Tabori, welcome back. Well, it turned out this series does mislead after all. When I first watched this, I also thought that Furuta was Irmyu. The anime made it seem like this is the case even more than the manga. For example, both characters have the same voice actress, and there was a shot when they cut from the one character directly to the other. Also, there's a pretty big difference in the manga. In episode 1, we see how Vaiko and the others found the Abyss and went down, when all of that was only told as this point in the manga, where you are right now in the anime. So the manga continued from the end of the Bone Druid arc directly with Team Rico going into the 6th layer and everything that happened after that. So the manga readers meet Furuta first and Irmyu later. This also means that when Vaiko was discovered chained up in the hole, it must have been pretty surprising seeing a random human in a village full of weird creatures. I'm not sure which approach is better, but I'm glad we got to know that these new characters earlier, and they weren't all dumped on us later. Though the trailer for Season 2 made me a bit worried that we would mostly follow these new characters now. So to break that up just a little bit, yeah, I think it was definitely an interesting way to introduce everyone. It felt natural, to say the least, right? I don't think like there was any point where we're just like, okay, we're stopping every little thing, right?
I mean, I think the inverse of that would have been, for the first half of the episode, we follow the new characters, and then suddenly Team Rico comes down to the 6th floor.
Oh yeah, you could do like a side-by-side dual journey kind of thing and like compare and contrast literally as they go, but I think that would have required like that specific intention of writing, which doesn't
what
seem
you're
to be the case.
describing is what we got.
Yeah.
What I'm describing is, instead of intercutting back and forth, we just don't meet Team Rico until episode 8, episode 10, whatever, that we follow Veku and the Ganja all the way as though they was a brand new series. And
yeah, everyone, for the next 4 hours, watching a new show.
All their horrible shit and everything that they go through. And then it gets tied back together when we get to them in the modern day, the now. And then Team Rico and them come down on the lift.
Yeah. But I do definitely agree that they are trying to be deceptive with the Fupuda Irmyu thing early on. Probably because nobody could ever really guess what Irmyu's actual end is until it is actually shown on screen. So, that's fair enough, honestly. And to finish it off, in an earlier comment, I stated that the curse only affects humans, not animals. I wasn't sure about this, and later I read somewhere that it does affect animals as well. Though in this episode, we saw a bird captured by a woman and flying up with her. Only the woman turned into a meat sack, and the bird stayed the same, so I think I was right. Also, I don't think we've seen any animals get hit by the curse this whole time. Actually, Manya, Prushka's pet, could guide Prushka and Rico so that they wouldn't get hit by the curse, and the Orb Piercer, the big hairy monster from Season 1 that stabbed Rico's hand, was able to predict the future by seeing the force field, so we see that they are used to living in this place. Yeah, I would definitely say any monstrous creature down the abyss probably doesn't care anymore. That's my initial assumption anyway. You guys have any thoughts on that?
Honestly, I forgot to even be thinking about these animals. I assumed that there were probably some that were immune to it, and that there were some that just knew where to not go, because that's just animals.
Cue the next couple of episodes where animals are the most important thing.
Yeah, right. Imagine. I do remember the Orb Piercer, though. I remember that one by name, which I'm surprised by.
Yeah, next season,
thing was just
Rico
really
opens a zoo
cool
up in the city.
Orb Piercer is the new name for my spaceship.
Actually, honestly,
that's a great name for a spaceship. Like, actually, a really good name for a spaceship. I'm on board for that.
All right, so now that we're taking off in our spaceship, Jason Brennan says the battle against Fuza Sheppu was also important because it prompted Rico and Reg to talk to Wazukian, who suggested that they acquire part of Fupuda. In Imryu's defense, it's not really clear that the Cradles of Desire actually grant discrete wishes. This is likely what happened to the survey team. Probably they touched it directly since they hadn't been warned not to by the interference units. In addition to providing entertainment, the luring also brings value into the village, keeping Irmyu alive and passing the power of the three eggs onto her daughter. While there hasn't been as much talk about Reg's thing, Fupuda did try to take his pants off. Yep, no, I think we remember that.
Well, that was another comment that we got that I didn't list specifically. That I think it was Shy that said it's been 10 episodes or something like that.
It's been 1 week.
Yeah, I know. I always get that in my head. It's earworm, but
it's every time.
Yeah, but you mentioned something about how long it's been since we've mentioned Reg's dick or his ass or something like that.
Since someone tried invading his personal space like that.
Well, yeah, but then they called back to like episode 4, where literally this comment is also referring to. So it actually hasn't been that long. But I don't recall if that's before you had your technical difficulties or not.
Might have even been during.
Yeah. One of the comments here, the Cradle of Desire doesn't actually grant discrete wishes is also kind of an interesting thought and or theory. That it doesn't, like, grant you a full sentence statement or something, but it just kind of, like, smooshes everything you want together, so if you want a lot of things, you kind of just get this horrible amalgamation of all the things you wanted.
Well, I mean, we already talked about this before, that it gives you what you want, not what you desire, or it gives you what you desire, not what you want, something like that.
Yeah, very roadside picnic of it.
So, you know, the survey team just wanted to be dead, I guess. I don't know. They turned into half-tree people and died. So, I mean, I don't know what their thoughts were at the moment.
You know, I guess trees were just really important.
You know, it's really boring out here. I wish I could be a tree. Fuck!
Being a tree wouldn't be more boring, not at all.
So one of them picks up the egg and says to the other one, "Make like a tree and leave." And they all were fucking dead.
I gotta make like a tree.
Positively amazing. Alright.
I don't care what actually happened, that's what happened.
So, last time, though, on The Return. I gotta build up for this one. Reg returns to the village with Fuputa's arm, now aware that he promised to Fuputa to use his incinerator to destroy the shield guarding the village's entrance, which will allow her to enter. As Reg reunites with Riku, Wazukian arrives to congratulate them. However, Riko surmises that all the villagers, including Wazukian, secretly desire to leave the village so they can continue their journey deeper into the abyss, and Wazukian is trying to carry that out by having Riko use the Cradle of Desire to wish for a way for them to leave. However, as they debate this, the village guardian, Jiromyu, awakens to forcibly take Fuputa's arm. Wazukian kidnaps Waiko, while Reg is forced to fight Jiromyu. However, Jiromyu proves too difficult for Reg to fight on his own, so he uses his incinerator, which incapacitates Jiromyu and breaches a hole in the village barrier, allowing Fuputa to enter and begin attacking the villagers. Meanwhile, Nanachi awakens from their slumber, and Bellev informs them that Fuputa has arrived.
I mean, arguably it's not going to be a fight, because it doesn't look like the other side is going to fight back.
Well, a massacre would be the word, then.
That'll be fun.
A happy, fun time massacre.
I feel like that's the name of a video game.
Probably is at this point.
Some little indie pseudo-horror title, maybe.
From the makers of Hotline Miami.
I could see that.
Yo, yeah, just Hotline Miami, but you just make a couple of the characters cute. Keep the exact same text. Do you like hurting people?
Well.
Alright. So, any thoughts, theories, or anything going forward into the episode here?
Well, I mean, like, take whatever you think is about to happen, add a layer of existential horror, and then multiply that by 10. And I guess that's what I should imagine is about to happen.
If I'm already imagining existential horror, do I put an extra layer on?
Well, you're multiplying it by 10, so you're adding 10 layers.
Yeah, no, but you said take what you imagine, then add a layer, then multiply it by 10.
Well, then I guess you're adding 20 layers, because you're adding 2. You're adding 1 to 1, right? And then you're multiplying that by 10.
Alright, so 20,
1 plus
got it.
1 times 10.
Let's see. I think the interesting thing here is that some of the villagers do actually want to continue on their journey, and I'm wondering if they will be able to escape. I think I agree that they're probably not going to fight back, but I think some characters may or may not continue from here. And that might be an interesting way to continue with the series, right? We just suddenly have a dragon tagging along with the team.
I doubt they'd go with the team.
Honestly, I'm thinking that half these villagers are going to get murked this episode. I'm looking forward to that.
I'm expecting the first 5 seconds, yeah.
It's also always been their adventure. They don't just bring everybody they meet along with them.
Yeah, they brought a bunny and some weird Digimon.
I suppose maybe we could see a group of the villagers resolve to continue their journey and then go on their own way. That might be the better way to resolve that, right?
Arguably, if they were going to bring everybody they could along, they'd have a bone druid with them.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'll put some of my consciousness into this guy and he'll go with you too. Or
I'm sure it'll make you all feel safer, right?
I'll send this bone druid drone with you, and if you ever need me, do this thing, and I'll put my consciousness into him.
Refresh me. Bone Druid can still see through Nanachi's eyes, right?
I don't know there's been any confirmation back or forth that that's changed.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, because I couldn't either, and now that we're talking about him, I'm like, they didn't get rid of that, right? I think they just stared at Poop to annoy him.
Right, Nanachi did her prank, and then they just kind of moved along with it.
Alright, got you. So he's kind of with them in spirit.
Of course. So, I think with all that...
the look on your face.
Yeah, sorry, that's
like
what Coffin does to me right there.
I was just thinking he always has free space in the back of their brains.
So,
living rent-free.
Before we get started, though, be sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. Top of all that, if you want to watch more of the shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, as well as some early access stuff, you can check us out over on the Patreon. Just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure. It's all to support the channel, just a little bit extra.
You know, also, if you want to, like, open up a couple of our playlists, I mean, unmuted tabs or whatever, and just let them play in the background, wouldn't complain either.
There's that Digimon I mentioned. I couldn't remember MIDI 2's name. They're able to remember.
Oh, that's right. She psychically got all the exposition, didn't she?
Smells are memories. That's...
It's that one thing where Goku comes back and he has, you know, suddenly has telepathic powers to fuck killing everything he missed.
Belloff's just still a nice guy in the end.
I really like Belloff. Also, he's really cool as a big snake flower monster.
There was the whole trade deal, and now he's just like, nah, everything of mine is just yours now. Go and take pity, it's cool.
I love those eyes, they're so... Oh, wow, not anymore, not anymore, not anymore! I was gonna say, they're so cool, and I was like, oh!
So yeah,
that makes perfect sense.
Well, we've already talked about it before, so that's confirmed.
You can see the waves.
I mean, I can't imagine this being anything other than torture.
Yeah.
Would you like to forcefully lose your best friend again? Here you go.
No, I mean, even being able to see MIDI again is just torture. Well, I mean, at least we don't have to consider how we have to kill Mitty again, because now it's just gonna happen.
Right, right.
They're really making me relive a character death twice like that.
I know, right?
Well, I mean, there's a lot less to this one, though.
But now Nanachi gets like an actual kind of goodbye with Mitty here.
She gets a weird closure.
But they make us go through having an even cuter Mitty.
Right. In the pot, she kind of looks like one of those Final Fantasy monsters, the magic pots.
Oh gosh.
I hate them, but I love them.
There really is just no comment you can add on top of just like an absolutely perfect set of scenes, right? This really is just absolutely perfect writing here.
That poor rabbit.
Oh, and then everyone else, that's right. Oh my gosh.
Yo, Nanachi gets a free hat?
Yeah, gave all of their last moments of life just to give Nanachi a present. My gosh. Every single thing is as painful as possible.
Damn.
We didn't even get to the villager murder yet.
What if the scorching sun is just your emotions?
My emotions are getting scorched.
That'd be a fine metaphor for me. Oh, Reg, you missed all the fun. He gets bigger all the time.
Leg, もはやパプタも村も止まらぬ。永遠の安寧も破られた。お前は去らぬことを選んだ。覚悟を示される。レグ、
早くなんとかしないと。Oh, it has definitely been 2 hours.
Wait, it's been 2 hours already?
Yeah. Yeah, yup. Fufuda's been at work.
Working hard. Vicious.
Oh, there we go. The metaphor of scorching sun is literally just Fufuda.
What are those eyes?
Crazy eyes. Oh, jeez, you stood no chance, man. What were you thinking? You saw all the other corpses.
That's a creative way to kill.
Wait, they own a gun?
That's just Ma.
Wow, Jellyfish Bro actually got a hit in. That's amazing. Not for long, but...
Well, I asked for Villager Massacre, didn't I?
You sure did, and oh, are they delivering. Oh, right, and the city itself is also in on the game.
住人同士を食い合って建物まで広がってる。壁も
持ってあと30分ってとこだね。難しいな。
難しいって何が？
言えないよ。嘘が下手だから。
レグ
Like it. She's like, I can't lie to you, so I won't tell you anything.
みんなの大事なものもみんなもよく
Oh man, we're about to lose Ma.
飛び出さないでいてくれ。
Oh, absolutely.
なんとかファプタを止めてみせる。
さて、ここからにかかってるぞ、王子様。
Did the other horn on his helmet break?
I thought it was always broken.
すまない。
I knew there was one that's broken. I didn't think they both were.
囚われている。これ以上村を壊さないでくれ。助けに行けばいいソス。ファプタは止め。友を言い訳に使うな。ファプタを傷つけまいとまた嘘をつくソスか。ちゃんと言うソス。何がしたい？勝手ですまない。ファプタ、君を止める。ナナチを救い出す。レグは優しいソスな。やるなら不意をつけばよいものを。
Well, Fufuda did say to take her by
レ
surprise.
グが何をすべきなのか。叩いてでも思い出させてやれさせ。
Oh, she really doesn't wanna.
She made a promise and everything.
Yo, he's got a full metal alchemist coat?
Or maybe his cloak just has a hood and he just never uses
Oh.
it these days.
Wait, hold on. Reg is speaking the language.
Well, he's still definitely Reg.
Oh shit. We're getting flashbacks in the middle of the fights. Let's go.
その頭の飾り、それがガブールに似てたから。ガブの仲間助けに来たって嬉しかったソス。すまない。何が何だか。言葉通じなくてもガブ動くまで守ってくれた。優しかったレグを、ファプタのことを、何もかもなぜ忘れた。
Oh, she's going Super Saiyan. Oh no, she's just healing.
Yeah, after she just heals her.
I know, I thought it was just gonna be a transformation thing.
He flash stepped. We are getting
Goku's
DBZ
instant
today.
transmission. Ooh!
Oh, damn.
The hell?
Jeez. Oh my gosh, I love that little design. That's so adorable. Now he just gets tossed.
We got all the little teddy bear creatures fighting now.
With a crossbow too. Oh my gosh.
思い出せソス。くそ、二度とするな。今の姫ならもっとしとやかにしろ。しとやかにしたソス。言葉もレグに言われて。そんな妙な言葉遣いをなぜ僕が。そうじゃないソス。ファプタは
ファプタというのか君はと言っている。
カブ、わかるのかこいつの言葉。コウム？イガラガドゥ？
言語が時折通るものと似ている。
あの石のものを持つやつらか。
Wait, stone people?
Sounds like a new concept.
やい、お前は何なのだ？ワグラメア、レグ、ファプタ。レグというのか。
Oh.
ファウ、尊い
Girlfriend.
娘。アプタ、不滅の者。合わせてファプタだ。
So the horror is going to be Reg is killing his best friend.
Absolute cat energy out of Fupuda.
ちょっと入るな。姫なのだろ。もう少ししとやかにしてくれ。
母上の言葉で話の区切りにソスをつければしとやかとなる。
ファプタソス。これ
Aww.
良いソス。
Aww. I can't wait to turn into the frame again where she's ripping him apart.
取り繕うのは存外に大事だと師匠も言っていたしね。ファプタ、これはその友好の印だ。つけておいてくれ。
Yo, my heart's about to break in 6. You're gonna have to collect them all again to get a heart container like Zelda.
Oh, jeez.
どうした？ファプタを止めるんじゃないソスか。思い出す前にこのままでは意識が飛びかねん。天井がくそ、もう時間が。反動が未知数だがやるしかない。
Even if you beat her, everyone's still dead.
プレシカ。
Ah, yes, the upgrade time.
Ooh!
なんソスか、その姿。
It was Reg who's going Super Saiyan.
So love the little detail of like the floor underneath him just like burning as he makes the one step.
This is Smash Bros. Color palette swap. It makes him better.
This is true.
The stone people are the whistles. Got it.
Oh. She really Sonic grinding down that arm. Oh my god.
ラブに届けさせたのはファプタソス。なぜそんなことを？石の者は窮屈なのを言い出せずにいたソス。君が僕らが寝てる間になぜ黙って持っていった？試した。石の者を形にもせず持ち歩く人の子を。人の子と石の者がまことに惹かれ合っているなら離れてもいずれ母にたどり着かさせ。
Oh shit! They got the soft vocal music going in the background of the fight. Someone's about to die.
いや、なんだ。この母を見たら
It's liquid hot magma. No, this is some gorgeous scenery right here.
One thing this anime always delivers on is gorgeous scenery.
Absolutely. Oh. Well, not the only person transforming today.
Is he gonna keep the city held up for a bit?
あの村をさ、火の雨から守っているのか。あれがファプタの母ソス。なんと巨大な。焼けた雨も平気なのか。あの印、ガブールンのと同じものか。ハックソス。あれはファプタがつけたソス。何？ハック？ハック。一番大事なものにつけるソス。一番なのに二つあるのか。
It's hard to argue that logic. She's so cute when she's fluffed up.
母は生かされ続けてる間、蝕まれ続けるソス。中の奴らを根絶やしすれば、母はようやく眠りを取り戻すさ。赤子が母の体の中に戻れぬのと同じく、ファプタも母の中に入れんソス。何を試しても、ファプタでは幕を越えられんソス。
レグ、ファプタはあの村に営みがあり、文化が育まれていることも知られる。
なんだと？
中に入れぬファプタに代わり、我はたびたび立ち入っている。その上で、営みも文化も知った上で、ファプタはやらねばならぬ理由。
She's resolved on this murder thing.
そう作られた生き物のサガだ。
レグ、書き換えできる言ってたソス。ああ、この手はそういう光を出せるのだが、今使うわけにはいかんのだ。次撃てば僕はどうなるかわからない。ファプタ、僕も白を探してこの穴を登っている。頼まれたことがあるのだ。それが終わったら君に手を貸そう。必ずここに戻ってくる。書き換えの残量の問題もその白なら手を貸してくれる。
Girlfriend.
Rag just being nice.
He's gotta kill his girlfriend. Dang.
Robot just like really on top of my head. That's where you're doing it.
僕、レグが旅に出てもレグを忘れんようにレグに話すそうさ。
She's so cute. Everything about her is wholesome until it comes time to attack.
レグ、ファプタはファプタは姫なので、レグ戻ってきたらずっと一緒にいて、それで子供も。
Aww.
僕からも頼む。約束しよう。戻ってきて、君の宿命に決着をつけたら、共に歩き出すんだ。
Man, this is raw Zathon levels of sadness.
Yeah, now I'm kind of hoping he finds a way to calm her down enough to at least take her with her on the journey.
Oh, you
Like,
forgot what show you're watching, huh?
no, I know what show I'm watching, but I'm a hopeless idiot who holds hope anyway.
Oh
Hopeful
gosh,
idiot,
now,
then.
yeah, now I'm just at the level of like, alright, so how do we end this even more tragically now? They're already fighting. Rock not very tasty. One-inch punching him into the ground.
Yeah.
Ah, jeez.
Nah, let me get explosion or something, anything. Don't just leave it on a black screen like that.
Oh gosh,
well,
what a ride
I
for this
think
episode.
The fact that Reg has her wrapped up in his arm thing means that he can't get a shot off on her even if he wanted to.
Yeah. And he definitely doesn't want to. We've gone over an entire flashback for that.
Well, he doesn't remember it. He's remembering the face and the experiences, but he doesn't have the memory.
Right. He doesn't remember specifically, but he's still concerned about Fukuda, quote, burning herself to nothing for this.
Well, I mean, we know why she's doing it, so we have the absolute viewpoint, so
yeah,
it really just comes down to what side you fall on.
Right, the tension is, can he actually stop her in a meaningful way that doesn't lead to tragedy? Doesn't lead to tragedy anyway? Does Fukuda just purely win? We don't know, and that's kind of fun.
She's already won. If Reg holds her still for another, 30 minutes, everyone's going to be dead anyway.
Ah, true.
Yeah, he had his hold broken on her at the end there, though, so we'll see what happens. He's not Super Saiyan anymore.
Yep.
Good.
But,
I like having these end cards in this show.
Oh, yeah.
They're really good.
Well, no, I mean, I like having them in the edit. So, I mean,
they're still good.
Me trying to make you guys stop talking for a second.
But I think the thing that comes to my mind is, of course, this is definitely a good demonstration of a meaningful fight. We get a couple of instances of action of them doing the fight, of struggling with each other, but the main reason we care about it happening is the context of it and what that context means for the fight. And that's slowly evolved throughout the entire bit of it as the memories are coming back.
Literally the opposite of what I just said. It's a meaningless fight.
Well, I mean, I guess that's just where we disagree then.
Yeah.
Because
it's a meaningless fight because the thing that she wants to do is already happening.
Yeah, at this point she's just racking up her kill streak, trying to get that technique.
Or as Reg says, burning herself out. So, literally, she doesn't have to fight. Her goal is accomplished. It's a meaningless fight.
It's meaningful in that stopping her is the point, and we have the context for why Reg wants to, and for why Fukuda still wants to destroy literally everything by her own hands and burn everything up.
Stopping her means nothing. She's already won. It's a meaningless fight.
It's about saving her. Which is what the characters want to do.
Thank you for keep repeating that it's a meaningless fight.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, tell me it's a meaningless fight with as many words as you possibly can. Go.
I still like the amount of pathos that is in the episode, and of course getting a quick Nanachi resolve was also very good too. I think that was a 6-minute scene though, wasn't it?
Point in fact, I'm not saying it's not a good fight. I'm just saying if you break down everything, there's no...
So I think we could fix this very easily with some precise language. You think it's a pointless fight because literally everything's said for it. It is done. It is a pointless fight. There is nothing to be claimed out of this. Except for Reg, who is trying his best to stop her from fighting, which again, pointless. I'm arguing that. What Griff is saying is it is a significant fight. It is important to a character, not the grand story. I think that's what's trying to be communicated here. Because I think they're both correct.
I still would disagree. I would still disagree with that point as well, because I feel like that's not necessary for those same emotions and those same character points to come through. I mean, I understand what they're doing. I'm not like, I would change this and that. No, I wouldn't change a damn thing. I'm just saying that without changing a damn thing, things can still be pointless. This show is all about that kind of shit. I'm saying that this is intentionally pointless, that is how it was designed to be.
I mean, I hear you, but I think you're missing the note where it's a character-defining moment for Reg and Fukuda both, which is why it's important.
That doesn't change what I'm saying. I understand.
No, I know, but it feels like you're just arguing a point that nobody is arguing. You're saying your point, and I'm like, cool, we're talking about this.
Then I guess you don't understand what I'm saying, then.
I mean, I feel like I'm getting what you're saying.
I'm saying that is entirely the point of what I'm saying. That I understand what you're saying, which is why I immediately agree with it. But I'm saying it within the context of how I'm trying to describe the show. And
alright, the way that you're describing it feels like it's not engaging with what's being said and just for pushing your thing in a way that's not like addressing what's being said. So it feels like you're just saying the same thing, like it sounds like you're saying for us.
Let's go ahead and shift targets then. So I've definitely gone ahead and elaborated. I like that fight. I like the pathos of it. Theta, what did you like the most about the episode?
No, I'm sorry. Most of the episode was spent in my editor head, where I'm having these observations of like, I think when Griff gets nervous or he has no idea how to handle things, he just talks a lot. So,
wow, you've discovered it. My primary personality is to be nervous and anxious.
It's why I wasn't saying is like I think I said like 5 things the entire episode. Because it's like, shit, Griff is just going on and on. I don't think I'm going to get a word in here.
Really? Because I felt like I was being entirely quiet. Just like, wait a second, I'm paying too much attention here.
No. So, like I said, I spent most of the episode in my editor head just watching things go on and listening. So, I enjoyed a lot of it, but I think this is just going to be one of those episodes where I'm doing the editing and everything's going to hit me while I'm in editing, because that's when I watch the episode. I mean, like the whole Nanachi bit. A lot of
great pathos in this episode. It will.
I guess I have to say the Nanachi bit at the start, because it's like that hit me emotionally, whereas everything else was narrative. And I think it was like one of the things I said is like, oh, he's gonna have to kill his best friend, and then I just like watched them. Oh, I was his best friend. Oh, now we're fighting. It's like, okay.
I think those 6 minutes, just on their own, standalone, you could show somebody, and that is just the entirety of Made in Abyss right there. It is Nanachi holding Mitty, slowly dissolving, saying, I wish I could take you with you, and then turns to absolute dust, and then she turns around, and then more people turn to dust.
I don't know.
She's barely known.
I think I would go with the season 1 kill scene over this one, because that one was more emotionally engaged, and it was the first time it happened, and this time felt more like a recap of that.
Right. We're covering the same moment again, though if I had to choose one to show people, maybe this one? I don't know, I'd have to think more on that. But I think it still is a very good, concise little demonstration of this is why we're watching Made in Abyss still and love it. What about you, Shai? You got anything positive to say about the episode today?
I have plenty of positive things to say about the episode.
But
ironically, I was when you asked Theta that question, I felt like I was going to be weird for saying that I liked the MIDI scene the best. So I'm actually kind of glad that was received by the others too here. I don't know. There was something about her getting a more optimistic sense of closure out of this death with Mitty. It's like I don't know, something about it just hit the right note. I enjoy when characters who suffer get some shred, just something.
I think that carries through on your way you were talking about before, that you want to be hopeful.
Yeah, exactly. Like she gets something. It's not a lot, but she got a table scrap,
Yeah, I can see like in another anime, that scene would be somebody standing in their graveyard at the grave, talking in this exact same way to somebody that passed on, and doing the exact same type of closure moment.
Also, it looks like Nanachi's getting new armor. Let's go!
Yo, power armor Nanachi.
Well, I mean,
Nanachi's just my favorite character.
It was a hat.
With Kung Fu action.
If you remember Prushka's hat, that looks the same way.
I mean, maybe I only saw it for a quick frame, but it just looked like her old hat, but blue.
I'm gonna need some side-by-sides for that.
Like I said, I probably just saw it wrong if you're saying it looked like Prushka's hat. I thought it was just her old hat, but blue.
Yeah, but still present from all the sleepy buddies.
Yeah, and I mean, I know were kind of like, on the fight here, but the choreography of this fight is really nice, and the transition between memory and actual fight, I thought it was well done. The actual, like, transitory between them, with the teardrop and the, what was the first one? I don't even remember, but, I like it. I like what they did with the actual, like, choreography of it.
I'm continually fascinated by the line Faputa continues to tread between absolutely adorable, like, fluffy critter to, oh right, also secretly abomination when she wants to be.
And I can probably say, I think, despite the argument that started this all, I'm probably sure we're all 100%. The fight wasn't, the fight was amazing. It's just...
Yeah, absolutely.
We all have different contexts for it, apparently.
Right, we were going through interpretations of it. We all loved it.
But I just wanted to take a minute to talk about the actual, like, visual work they did for that. Between the, I mean, flashbacks are always obstructive and intrusive in fight scenes, but this was not the worst I've seen it handled. Probably some of the best.
I'd say, I was mentioning before we started the episode, I would probably recut this. I would recut this all to Veiko and gang coming down to the abyss, and then after Vaputa gets born, then recut in the scenes of Reg coming in, meeting her for the first time, and then Rico and gang come down here.
Perfectly linear, then, yeah.
Yeah, perfectly chronological.
I could see
I guess it might destroy
working.
some of the mystery, but I understand that it could be a choice, yeah.
Well, it would destroy the mystery from the audience perspective, but the I don't know what the hell my voice was doing there. The information that we would have would then lead us into, well, what the hell are Rico and them going to do? Because they know none of the things that we know now.
All right. So, I think with that, do we have any final comments to wrap things up with? Any last words?
I don't think so.
All right.
So apparently Reg's insides are armored as well.
Yeah, hold up. Yeah, no, hang on. We glossed over that real quick. Like, he was... I mean, that messed him up. He did not like that, but holy... Is this man just literally invulnerable? Like, unkillable, rather?
There's a lot of stuff that's just randomly unkillable in the Abyss. Midi is unkillable.
I mean, if we were going to argue that Reg is unkillable, then I guess that just escalates Bone Druid once again for having been able to take one of his hands off.
Well, I mean, there's the whole immortal, and then there's undying, you know what I mean? And he's like in this weird in-between spot I can't even describe.
Well, I mean, we know that he can be killed because there were more of him, and now he's the last one. I don't remember if that was during the parts where you were technical.
No, they mentioned that.
Okay.
They definitely mentioned that. Then it just boils down to a matter of, is Reg special in any way, or is he just lucky or skilled?
Well, I mean, we also found out he had a mentor.
And it's Liza,
who
for
I
sure.
believe... Yeah, I was going to say, it's heavily implied it was Liza.
I did not pick up on that implication.
Yeah, there were a couple cutscenes where he's straight up having conversations with her in Season 1.
Oh, I don't remember that. I thought you were about to say this episode. I guess I must have blinked.
No.
Oh yeah,
no,
it's like
in,
context given, like
Season 1.
drip fed across the whole season, so.
And I don't specifically at this moment remember what he said about the mentor during this episode.
I don't think he said anything this episode.
That's it. His only line was, I had a good mentor.
Well, no, he said, my mentor told me, and then I don't remember what he said his mentor told him. So,
right.
That's what I'm saying. I have no context if that fits into anything else.
Okay. So
I'm really starting to think that Liza just sent Reg up to the surface to go get her daughter. I'm straight up thinking that's what happened.
100%.
Because he said he was going up there to find his like most important thing, and then that person would help him with Faputa on his way back down. It just, I don't know, right. Seems like it's making sense. I think Liza wants her daughter.
What does the note say again?
Which note?
The note from Liza.
Oh gosh, I can't. I think it was said, "Come to the bottom of the abyss and find me," something along those lines.
Well, I know it was like a shredded thing, so it wasn't the full note.
Oh, puppy.
Well, this is made in abyss.
Thumbnail photo.
Kill the dog now.
Ah, Is this a JoJo's reference?
Well, we got 3 episodes of backstory for the dog here, and then we have to go into what is tragically happening to the dog, and then we kill her next episode.
I, for one, can't wait for the scene where we have Griff laying on the floor and the dog open mouth kissing you, and yet, and your stomach expanding weirdly.
All right. So
that's a great place to end this one.
So as we turn stone-faced reaction to a horror, I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and that's Shy, and we'll catch you next time, everyone. See you around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone-Faced Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below, and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?